What this lady just did to this man, in the words of Rick James,
That was cold-blooded.
But before we get into the video, do me a favor, like the video and leave a comment. I do my best to respond to as many as I can, and I really enjoy listening to what you guys have to say. Subscribe to my channel and hit that hype button if you really want to help your boy out. It is really appreciated.
This man dated his baby mom off and on for 15 years.
I just want to say dating off and on for 15 years is wild.
When they had their newborn child, he was on child support 4 months after the child was born. This man paid child support for 5 years, never missed a payment. He will also do stuff on top of paying the child support, like buying the child shoes, clothes, taking the child to the movies, the fair. He picked this child up every single weekend. He never was late, not one time. He would get his child every school break they had. After 5 years of him being a good father, paying child support on time, the baby mom brought the child to him. The baby mom said she was going through financial struggles. She lost her place. Can he take the kid for a while until she get on her feet? He said, no problem. We made this child together. We're going to fight this war together. I'll take the child with no problem. When his son moved with him, he withdrew him from the school he was going to at his baby mom's house and enrolled him in a new school. Every morning, he would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, make sure the child have a bath, earn the child's school clothes, make sure all the child homework was done. He would make sure his hair is combed, his teeth is brushed, make sure he looked very presentable going to school. He would drop him off at school every morning and rush back to the house and get ready for work and head to work. Every day at 3 o'clock on his lunch break, he would leave, pick the child up from school, and take the child to daycare. Every day he got off work at 8 or 9 o'clock. He would leave work, pick his son up from daycare, and bring his son home and make sure he had something to eat. He would repeat that same cycle for 6 years. Now keep in mind, when she brought the child back to him, she took him off of child support. So that's good and that's fair. So after 6 years, everything was going great. The baby mom was very impressed with the baby father. She didn't think he can do it, to be honest. She wanted to get back in a relationship. The baby dad agreed. They was even talking about marriage and having more children. When the baby dad lease was up, they got a brand new 3-bedroom apartment together. Everything was going great in their relationship for 7 years until the baby dad caught the baby mom cheating with the 18-year-old.
Down.
18 years old? Who the hell was she sleeping with? The paper boy?
But wait, there's more.
The 18-year-old kid the baby mom was cheating with was the son tutor. That's what the baby dad thought. The son caught the tutor sneaking in his mom's room. The son confronted the tutor and he said he was fixing something in the sink in his mom's room. That's why he shut the door. The mother backed the tutor up and said he was just fixing something in the sink. When the father got home from work and they was watching wrestling together, the son told the father everything. The baby dad immediately confronted the baby mom. It sparked a huge argument. The baby mom said she wasn't cheating with the tutor. And then she said, you don't own me. Put a ring on my finger if you worried about me being faithful.
You don't own me. You my woman, ain't you? I don't see no rings on these fingers.
The baby dad knew she was cheating, so the baby dad got angry and said, I'm not paying your car note, your car insurance, or your credit card bills anymore. The baby dad then said, we going half on all the bills. The baby dad paid every bill in the household. She was able to keep her entire checks from her job. The baby mom got angry and did the unthinkable. Do you remember when she took him off of child support and gave him the child and said she was struggling? And he kept the child for 6 years before they got back together. And then when they got back together, they was together for 7 years. She went and put him back on child support.
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
And that arrears paper that she fill out, she put he did 0 for the last 13 years.
Hey, boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
People, this is a true story. When she did that and put 0 for 13 years, that gave him $85,000 in arrears.
What?
You might have to kill her.
Just like that. He tried to fight it with child support. He had at least $40,000 worth of receipts from Cash App.
Child support don't care nothing about that. As soon as he went to pull out those receipts, they were looking at him like,
we do not care.
Child support told him if it don't say for child support, it was a gift. He had to pay $85,000 in arrears in child support. For the 6 years his child lived with him alone, he did everything under his roof, paid for daycare, school, everything. He had to pay child support for them 6 years because she put 0 on the arrears paper.
This story was bananas. Now the man saying this is true, so there's some poor men out there who probably had to go through this. And one thing this video shows is, men, you always gotta protect yourself. There are women out there, when they get in their emotions, they do crazy stuff like this. And they do not care that it's about to ruin your life. That has nothing to do with it. They're doing it because this is what they feel like doing. Even though that is the father of their child and it's gonna affect him just as much as it's gonna affect the father. But she didn't care about that. Can you imagine being in this situation? You're leaving the courtroom and her little chubby friend is outside laughing at you because now you gotta pay $85,000. I'm not gonna lie, I might snap.
You better wear your bulletproof vest all day. Oh, mother day.
And your little chunky girlfriend standing there better wipe that little smile off her face too.
You too, you fat mother.
But the worst thing about this whole thing is that the system is set up for this. Like the way they just blew off the $43,000, plus the fact that the kid lived with him for 6 years, which means she wasn't even supposed to be receiving child support. They didn't care about any of that because we all know that is not how child support works. Even if that man would have put child support in the Cash App, they probably still would have found some loophole around it to still make him pay that money. You got to remember, when fathers pay, the child support system gets paid. So it's always beneficial to them when the father has to pay. And something else I was thinking about, they live together. So even though they live together, she still gets child support? Or does this mean they're gonna make her move? You know what, honestly, I don't know how the system works, so who knows? But I thought that was interesting as well. And the fact that she did this because she didn't want to go 50-50 is bananas. All the man was saying is, you can still stay here, but you're gonna have to pay half of these bills. And she was like, my money is my money and your money is my money. That's basically what she's saying. Now let's get to this 18-year-old tutor. Do y'all think she was really sleeping with this boy? Or do you think he was in the bedroom fixing the sink, even though there's a grown man who already lives in the house? Of course he was sleeping with her. That story was garbage. That little boy had no business up in that bedroom. They were having sex. Let's just call it what it is. They were definitely having sex. And shout out to the kid, because I'm pretty sure she told them not to tell the father. And you know how many kids would have did it to protect their mother. But not this one. As soon as the father walked in the house, they started snitching. So shout out to them for that. Now the one thing I agree with her on is when she said, you didn't put a ring on his finger, so you don't own me. I agree with that, because being involved with somebody for 15 years and y'all got a kid together is crazy to me. So I understand her being mad about that. I get that. But like I always say, if you allow it, it is on you. She didn't have to stay around for 15 years, but she did. So that's on her. I know she left and came back, but she didn't have to come back. So again, that's on her. But overall, this story is crazy. I'm pretty sure one night he's gonna have too much to drink and he's gonna make a stop by her house and he's gonna have something to say to her.
You raggedy.
But in the big picture, it doesn't matter because he's still going to be $85,000 in the hole. Just remember, fellas, never underestimate an angry woman because you never know what they gonna do. Yes, when they love you, but if you do something to piss them off or they feel like you pissed them off, they can go from 0 to 100 real quick. And to be honest with you, it doesn't matter if it was something they did or you did. The results are going to be the same. One week she's going to be happy with you and life is going to be good. And the next week you're going to be sitting on your couch sounding like Jay-Z and Too Short.
It was all good just a week ago.
Tell me why I get so mad when an ugly man approaches me or tries to hit on me. Like, the audacity, like, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Okay, so your lane is actually the men who are approaching you.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. No. Well.
Look here, I'm not here to tell you how you should feel about yourself, but just know there is a saying out there that says you attract what you are. Now, you seem to have on a lot of makeup. Maybe there's something going on under that makeup that we don't know about, but the saying is you attract what you are. Like the lady said, maybe you're in the right lane, you just don't know it yet. So if ugly men keep approaching you, I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, I got nothing for you. Try more makeup. Maybe that'll solve your problems right there. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
So I just talked to my dad, and he has a tendency of repeating himself. And one thing he consistently sticks with is that the church is full of all the old hoes. He says all the old hoes go to Jesus. So I just want to know what you think about that, because when I think about it, he's kind of right. People who have the sketchy past, they always join the Church of Jesus around in their 40s and 50s, or whenever they start playing out. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's hilarious. But then I start thinking about it in a serious way, like, what is the church full of? All those people that did the dirt, and now they're church repenting. What do you think?
Look here, I have to admit that there is some truth to this. There are a lot of women who are now in church who used to run the streets back in the days. Now, of course, this does not mean all of them. There are some regular women in there as well who didn't do that, but there are a lot of women out there who, after they're done doing all of the stuff they wanted to do, and then somehow find their way up in the church. And I will say this, because this helps prove the father's point a little bit as well. A lot of those pastors are ex-pimps, and we all know pimps and hoes go together. So I'm not saying this is true, I'm just doing the math here. So if you ever decide to invite a group of those women over to your house for Bible study, and you have a husband or a good man walking around there, just know
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house.
I want y'all to take a look at this video.
You've been a good wife to me, baby. I appreciate you. I love you very much.
In sickness and in health.
You're doing a good job. I'm here.
In good times and in bad.
I love it when you look at me. It makes me happy.
Those were the vows Roosevelt, Illinois said to his wife Anixia 2 years ago on their wedding day, and he's kept his promise, standing by her side, caring for her every single day since an accident changed her life nearly a year ago.
I don't believe she knows that I'm her husband, Roosevelt, but I believe that she knows that I'm always here comforting her, giving her kisses.
Anixia needs around-the-clock care after a hit-and-run driver struck her while she was jogging, never once stopping to help.
Now, I wanted to share this video because I think so many people are making a huge mistake when they're choosing the person that they're planning to spend their life with. He has to make 6 figures. He has to be 6 feet tall. He has to have this. He has to have that. Or she gotta have a big butt, or she gotta have big breasts. And let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with wanting those things. But if you're only chasing after that and you're not chasing after this, that's where I believe you're making your mistake. There are so many people out there right now who are married to somebody who would be out of there if this ever happened. They're gonna look down, see that wheelchair, look at you and be like,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
they don't even have to end up like this. They may have to be in the cast for 2 months and their wife is gonna leave them or their husband is gonna leave them. When you're picking a mate, you gotta pick them based on the good and the bad. So many of you are picking your wives, your husbands based on the good. You have to look at that person and think, what is this person going to do if I lost all my money? If I do get injured and now I'm in a wheelchair? If I do go through something mentally? What is this person going to do? That's what y'all need to start thinking about when y'all picking somebody to marry. And I know some of you are thinking, nobody's gonna stay around if you're in that situation. Well, number one, this guy is doing it. Number two, I just posted a video not too long ago with a woman taking care of her husband who got dementia in his 40s.
You had a heart attack, baby, and you lost oxygen to the brain. When you lost oxygen to the brain, it made you lose your memory of 24 years, okay? So sometimes you remember me, sometimes you don't.
And number three, I am one of those people. If I was to ever get married, I am going into that marriage understanding that this could happen. And so many people don't. Even though it is right there in your wedding vows, they still don't care about that. Because I know a lot of you people think y'all invincible and nothing can happen to you, but this lady was just jogging down the street and her whole life changed overnight. But because she picked the right dude based on who he was, his character, his morals, this is why he's there. So many of y'all don't care anything about that because all y'all worried about is what y'all getting today. But if I ever was to get married, my woman is gonna have to be built like this. Because if something was to happen to me, I need to know that she's gonna be there. The same way I'm going to be there for her. So all I'm saying is, you can chase after the money and the looks and you can do all that. But if y'all not picking for character, if y'all not picking for loyalty, you're gonna put yourself in a bad situation. Kudos to this brother because I can appreciate that. Because that is how I'm built. And I would want to be with a woman who is built the same way. But leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.